Newcastle Fans TV.
Hello everyone, welcome to NFTV. So Newcastle have just played Chelsea. There's been a lot of controversy, in particular with Eddie Howe, who has been, I'll put it politely, Harry. He's been slating the ownership of both clubs. My question back to yourself, Harry, is obviously, look, we know that Saudi Arabia doesn't have great human rights, in particular with invading Yemen. And Chelsea owner, we all seen it with Vladimir Putin as well. Firstly, should you keep politics out of football, or is this too much?
It's difficult to keep out of it when it plays such a big part in the world as well. Like, you know, you've got all the different countries. It's difficult to just ignore it and block it out. I think you can't really keep it out, to be honest. It plays such a big part in everything. Look at Manchester City, Chelsea, us. It's only going to grow and grow, politics involvement in football. So I cannot see a way out, to be honest. I don't think we can just ignore it. I think we've got to, I don't know.
It's a sensitive subject, isn't it? Yeah. Because you've got a couple of journalists, national journalists, spouting off like that. But at the end of the day, you shouldn't really be laughing at Chelsea. Other fans may be, because this could bite us, potentially, if Saudi Arabia do anything daft in the future and invade Yemen or another neighbouring, not invade a country like Putin has done, but we've got awful human rights record in Saudi Arabia. I say we, as in the PIF, who are linked with the Saudi's royal kingdom. This could effectively bite us in the future if the Saudis go crackers again.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
It's like we've got to be careful what. You know, we're trying to just word it correctly. We probably don't have the right words to say it, but we're down Stamford Bridge. We're just outside the ground, and you look at. Do you feel for the Chelsea fans?
A little bit, because it's not their fault, is it? I tell you what, I don't feel for. I don't feel for the ones that singing Roman Abramovich's name, kind of in praise in the stands. Was that last week? A couple of games ago. I feel for the ones that don't stand for it, don't like what he's doing at all, but cannot buy the merchandise, can't contribute to the club in the way they might want to, and can't, you know, the non-season ticket holders that can't go to future home games, stuff like that. I do feel for them.
And this might be the last game
that
away fans are allowed in.
I'm not sure about. I think it's Brentford they're playing next at home.
Is it? Well, maybe that one.
And I think tickets might be on sale. I'm not too sure. But if they're not, this probably could be the last game for away fans at Stamford Bridge, which would be it's a big shame for the away clubs, because it's a disadvantage to them, really, which is an awful shame. Like, I think the government or the Premier League, whoever's responsible for dealing it, should possibly look at something in a way to dealing with letting fans have what they want, but not giving Abramovich any of the money, so giving it to Ukraine or something like that.
That was where I think I've seen somewhere that they want donations made to Ukraine. Mm-hmm. I've seen that. I've seen the Premier League recently, the last few days, just before the weekend, said that they've listed him, suspended him as a director at Chelsea. Now, that could quite easily happen. We had a right carry on trying to get the takeover done because they wanted proof of who was the owner and who was running the club. And again, I'm a little bit cautious with it, because it could easily bite us. That if, you know, something goes wrong with Saudi Arabia or something dodgy, that they might come back and bite us, because we've got obviously Al Rumayyan, who's in charge of the PIF and obviously for funding the club, and there is where's our transfer money coming from? Do you feel a little bit guilty where the money is, or should we not look at that as a fan?
Everyone should look at it. You can't just ignore it, but we shouldn't feel responsible. Like, similar to the takeover, similar to how Chelsea fans, how I said some of them might be feeling now, we shouldn't feel responsible for it, because it's not our fault. All we can do is support the club, really. All we can do is show our support and show our loyalty to the club. That's all we can do. So we shouldn't feel responsible. Of course we can look into it. Of course we can see how it can be improved and criticise it. But I don't feel we shouldn't feel responsible, because it's not our fault, is it, really?
That's the thing. You mentioned it earlier on, Harry. The fans, you know, we're local fans. Support the team through thick and thin. We're not plastics. We've never won nothing. Yes, it's great that we've just came into loads of money. Obviously, you've got to be aware of where that money is coming from, of course. And that's just not just Chelsea. That's just not Newcastle. You look up and down the Premier League. there are some questionable, I'll put it politely, owners up and down the Premier League. You can name half a dozen that are in even up to a dozen potentially in the Premier League, and I think they've just got to be, the fans are the ones who make of the life and breed of your football club. Doesn't matter whether you're a small non-league club or you're a massive global power like Chelsea to become, because of Roman Abramovich has put money into the club, and we'll have to see how it goes. Obviously with the sanctions, with what the UK have done, they're trying to force Putin's hand a little bit by the UK government, and we've just got to watch it very carefully, because as I say, our human rights record in Saudi Arabia with our owners linked with PIF, they've got very close links. That had to be proven that it wasn't the Royal Kingdom for the takeover to go through, but watch to see if something doesn't happen in the future and it bites us in the backside, and then we may have sanctions, we may have to get a new one, and we don't obviously want to go for that carry on again. But last word on it, what do you make of the, as I touched upon, the journalists stirring the pot a little bit, especially Ollie Holt?
What's the need? It's just pointless. It's just he's doing it to get clicks, yeah. Literally, and it's frustrating really, because he's just doing it to annoy. Well, not doing it to annoy, but by doing it to get clicks, he's annoying all the fans for absolutely no reason. He did it with Zuma and the cat incident, comparing them to our owners. Ridiculous. What's the point? Literally, what's the point?
Yeah, it's a sensitive subject, and like I say, we apologise that anybody who doesn't want to see politics brought in, but unfortunately this is happening with Chelsea, and it could, fingers crossed it doesn't, touch wood, that it doesn't affect Newcastle United in the future, because we want our football club competing and winning trophies. But as I say, you've got to be wary of where this money is coming from. From us two down at Stamford Bridge, see you later.